Nick, devastating news.
To the detriment of
What?
detriment of Asian households everywhere and ABGs. The Lexus
Yep,
IS is dying.
it's dying.
So they won't be able to get them in white on red anymore after landing their first job doing business, because I never really know what they do.
Yeah, they do
Yeah,
business.
they're gonna have to find another staple car.
So it's the IS and the RC are being killed by Lexus, is basically the article
Yeah, I'm
title.
sure they'll replace the IS, I think, because I think it still sells fairly well for them. I don't know with what they'll replace it. I don't think that's been released yet, or I haven't seen it anyways. The RC, I think they might just let it die. Nobody
The RC
really
is not
likes
a great
the RC.
car.
It's not. They didn't do very well with it.
Yeah. So on that one, it's kind of rip bozo. I mean, there are some people who like it, but it looks bulbous. It's way too big. Like,
It doesn't drive very well. Very heavy.
yeah, it is the closest that the Japanese have gotten to like the Challenger boat captains, I think. Like, I can't think of a worse.
Yeah, that's fair. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it also means we're losing the IS 500, which that sucks.
Yeah,
I like
that
the IS
sucks.
500.
So do you think they'll replace the IS with a sedan? Or
Probably bring back another sedan. I wouldn't be surprised if they called it the IS again. I just
right.
don't think it's going to have the same engine options. Like the IS, the 300 is going to be gone. The 500 obviously is going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
If it does come back, it'll probably have like a 2-liter turbo and like a 2.5-liter turbo hybrid.
Right. Well, maybe it's for the
Whatever other
better.
engines Toyota's using at the moment.
Yeah, that new 2-liter turbo that they have developed. Who knows? Could be good
Yeah, I mean,
things.
maybe. Who knows? They
Not
seem to
everything
reserve
is
that
doom
for
and gloom.
more sportier things.
Yeah. I mean, the chassis, what does it share a chassis with, the current IS? It's not the Camry, because that's the ES, right?
I don't think they make the ES anymore.
Oh. There,
I think the IS is like its own
where's the
platform. I don't
GS?
think it shares I don't think it shares a chassis with anything Toyota.
Camry,
It actually
Lexus.
does, I think, share a chassis with the RC. The
Oh,
RC
really?
is very heavily modified IS chassis, I think.
Hmm. Okay, oh yeah, it is
Makes
the
sense.
ES, and
So
they
why
don't
they're
make it
both
anymore.
going bye-bye.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. I mean, it's a shame. I really like the IS. I think it's like, if you have to buy a sedan specifically, it's like that's a great car. It's not, it's not bulbous, enormous.
It's a really good, I think, luxury everyday car. I mean, they're not fast. They're not really that sporty.
No.
I like the interiors because they still feel like when interiors were designed to
Yeah.
be nice and not just screens slapped on a plastic dash.
Yeah, I
So
agree with you. I'd
I feel
rather
like
own that than a
a
3
lot of
Series.
shit, but I am gonna miss those interiors.
Yeah, I worry what they're gonna bring it back with. Like, if they do a new generation IS that's basically a new vehicle, what is that gonna look like?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess to see their current, and actually, like, even the LC has been out for a little while, so that's probably not the best reference to use for
No.
their interior design language, but maybe it might be somewhat like that.
I'm curious about the 2025 Camry interior. Yeah, okay. I haven't seen that in a minute. It's all right, I guess. Honestly, it's not. It's still a big ass screen, but I think they've done a better job with the Camry interior last generation, like the 2019 era one. I could see them carrying something like that through with nicer materials, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, if you are an Asian transfer student, sucks. I don't know. Not much else to say, unfortunately. But what else have we got on the docket?
Well, I mean, the Corvette ring times dropped today, and I think it's funny because they're not cheap, obviously, like the Z06, the
No.
ZR1, the ZR1X. They're well north of $100,000,
Right.
especially for ZR1s. But the two ZR1s specifically put in faster times than the Mustang GTD, which is
Really?
like the GTD is. I mean, if you're listening to the podcast, you probably know what the GTD is, but basically, it's like a Mustang GT3 road car built by Multimatic, which I think is the company that actually builds their GT3 cars. It's not
Mm-hmm.
actually built by Ford.
Really?
Um,
Okay.
but it's like I think MSRP. I don't know what it is in Canada. I know in the US it's something like 350 or $360,000. It's crazy.
Right.
Um, but it put down like a 652, I think, at the ring.
And what did the
Um,
GTD do?
the GTD did a 652.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were
Um,
okay. Yeah.
the ZR1
Mm-hmm.
did a 650, and the ZR1X did a 649.
Wow.
The Z06 did like a 711, I think it was, which obviously it's not faster than the GTD, but still a really respectable time for
Yeah.
a normally aspirated car. And the Corvettes are pretty heavy these days as
Yeah.
well. So, like, good times all around. It's just funny because the ZR1s are like even though they're not cheap, they're like almost $200,000 less than the GTD.
Yeah. No, it is a slap in the face to the GTD for
Yeah.
sure.
And I
No
mean, like, if you
question.
look at the GTD, like, it's got push rod rear suspension and like it looks like a road going GT3 car, where the
Yeah.
Corvette, like, it looks like what you'd expect the top
Mm.
trim C8 to look like. It's nowhere near as, I guess, track or race oriented.
Right. I think the
So,
GTD looks way better. I'll be honest with you. I don't really like how the
yeah,
C8
it's
looks.
just, I don't know. I like that the Corvette puts down times that embarrass cars that are a lot more expensive.
No, I'm into that. 100%. I'm into that. I'm not disputing that. I just don't like the way it looks. So it's like from a,
Although,
you know, I'm not driving them.
yeah, if I am honest, between the two of them, I would probably take the Z06 over
Really.
all of the other options.
I
I
mean,
do like the way the Corvette looks more than the Mustang GTD. I think the
really.
Mustang GTD is a little bit too extreme. It
Sorry.
I don't know, it's weird. Like the GTD to me looks like what I'd expect somebody to just absolutely rice out a Mustang to look like.
Yes. That's why I like it. But the thing is, all of it's functional. So it's not.
Yeah, like it's all functional. Like I respect it for what it is. I like I don't know, if I were gonna get a Mustang, I'd rather have like a dark horse
I mean,
or a
fair
Mach
enough.
1 or a GT350. I love the GT350.
Fair enough. I just yeah, I just think it's insane. It looks crazy. The blue color they showed it off in at the auto show is nuts. I just yeah, does it for me. I don't know.
Yeah, and I forget what YouTuber it was, but they got like a cease and desist or a lawsuit against them for like replicating the GTD body and making a body
Oh
kit
yeah,
for it, regular Mustangs.
I remember this. Yeah,
I forget who it was. I don't think it was TJ Hunt. It might have been TJ Hunt. I don't remember.
I hope it was TJ Hunt. Now that you're saying that, but yeah, I want nothing but bad things for that man. Well, it is what it is. But speaking of C8s and Corvettes, you riddled me a story that I think the audience would love to hear. It's not exactly our Corvette trip quite yet, but it's a good precursor. Would you like to tell the good fine gentleman, singular, who's listening, what happened?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like, obviously,
Yes. Go ahead.
I
Sorry.
went to the Autostrada Cars and Coffee on Saturday, which was it was nice. It was honestly it was a nice event. I actually met the person who runs the Oblivion show
Oh, really?
there, and I talked to him for like 30-40 minutes. Um, and he was just telling me about how like they organize everything and how they do everything. Apparently, the cast of Degrassi is going to be there this year in
I'm
character, which I
assuming
thought was kind of
in
funny.
character. So
Yeah.
Drake's not coming back in a wheelchair, is he?
No, not it's older Degrassi, like
Oh, okay,
late
okay.
80s, early 90s Degrassi. I think
Right,
like
right,
OG Degrassi, I guess is what you'd call it.
right.
Um, but anyways, besides that, the Corvette Club of Ontario was there.
Mm-hmm.
And they all had name tags that
But
said
just,
Corvette Club of Ontario and their name.
I want to clarify something so that nobody gets confused, right?
And they weren't hosting the event.
Yes, they weren't hosting the
Autostrada was
event,
hosting the event.
and Autostrada didn't give them these name tags. They brought them from home.
Yes.
That is unbelievable levels of Corvette ownership. That is next level of Corvette. Did they bring their own Bristol boards by any chance?
A couple of them, yes.
Holy shit. Oh my
Bristol
god.
boards, couple lawn chairs.
I mean, lawn chairs, fair enough, but they sit next to their car, right? And watch other people gawk at, well, gawk is a little, you know, it's giving them a bit much, but you know what I mean.
It was mostly the C5 and C6 owners, the 7s and the 8s. Not so much. There were no C4. Actually, sorry, no, there was one C4 there. And a couple C3s. But most of the Bristol boards and name tag stuff was the C5 and C6 owners.
Shockingly, it was the C5 and C6. Nobody could have seen this coming. So
it took me like 10 minutes to figure out that's because like I thought those were like employees at the venue that was hosting the event.
Fairly,
and
right?
then like I looked closer and I was like, oh no, that's just the Corvette people.
Yep. That's wild to me, personally. Like, aren't you embarrassed? Like, it's not like, Was it all of them?
Big group of them too. There were like probably 20 of them.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me. 20 of them, and there were multiple Bristol boards. That's like a 20% Bristol board ratio at minimum, right?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine. And did they bring their wives?
Some of them, yes.
I cannot imagine.
Some of them had name tags.
The wives had name tags?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Do you know, if I met you, Nick, for the first time, and you were wearing a name tag, and your girlfriend was wearing a name tag, and it was like your own that you brought it from home, I would assume that you wear a helmet all the time. Like, not just when you're riding a motorcycle or something.
Wouldn't be doing this podcast right now.
We would not be doing this right now. That's really bad, man. Okay. Let me step it back.
Club Ontario name tag.
Dude, I would rather be dead than bring my name tag from home. Like, I've been to corporate functions, as you have as well. Did they give you a name tag when you went to the last thing? When you went to Arizona, had a good time?
Yeah, I did get a name tag there.
But everybody had the fucking name tag, and it was provided by the event.
Yeah, even like everybody had to wear theirs.
Yeah, but even then you're like, this is a little goofy, but we're all doing it. Here's my name tag. But even then you're kind of like, this is kind of silly. I'm not in kindergarten. But like
I'll do it if everyone else hears, because it's how the room is.
Yes, 100%. But imagine if you like, I just don't get it. It's just weird. I don't want to wear name tags normally when everybody else is, and these guys are bringing them from home like it's a hobby.
I mean, not only are they bringing them from home, they probably had to like pay for them.
Yeah, they had to have them custom made, like their represent. It's like, you know, when you go to like
did like a group buy of name tags.
Yeah, like when you go to a meet and there's like sometimes very rarely there'll be like, I don't know, sponsors air quote there, and then the sponsors like
the employees of the venue had their own name tags that they wore for work.
Yeah, for work. But and these guys are like, hello.
The Corvette people brought their name tags from home.
I can't just bring your name tag from home, you friggin' weirdo. And if the Corvette Club of Ontario is listening, it's okay. We have no desire to be a part of your club. It's just very strange. Because
it's just the thought process of like, you're getting dressed in the morning, you're getting ready. Like, all right, we're gonna go to the Autostrada Cars and Coffee.
Right.
Don't forget to bring your name tag.
Put on your name tag. Put on your name tag. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. I feel bad in a way because I'm like, they're just having fun, but I just can't possibly imagine. All right, I've got my
Yeah,
wallet, I've got
they're
my
very nice.
keys, I've got my name tag.
They brought their name tag.
I'm sure they're nice, but it's like it's like celebrities and their staff. Like they think that people are there for that. It's so presumptuous to bring a fucking name tag. Like
Yeah.
it is presumptuous, right? Because it's like in a normal, we're human beings. Last time I checked, like if you come up to someone at a meet, you can be like, "Oh, is this yours? Oh, hi, I'm Anthony. How are you?" Like you know, like
Yeah,
you
and like
talk.
I might just be speaking for myself here, but 9 times out of 10, if I meet you at a meet and I don't meet you again at another meet, I'm not going to remember your name tag or not.
Yeah, no, that's not going to change. I'm going to remember that you were the weird
I
guy
have
with
to
a
meet
name tag.
somebody like 3 to 4 times before I can remember a name to a face.
100%. I will be like, "Oh yeah, that one meet." Like I don't remember. I'll be like, "I don't even remember your name." I'll just say it
Yeah,
blatantly.
I'll remember
Like,
their car,
oh
which
yeah.
is not the probably not great, but I don't remember the name and the face for a few times.
No, I think that's completely reasonable. Unless they do something memorable like bring a name tag. But even then, I'll just be like, "Hey, that's that weirdo who brought a name tag." I wouldn't
Yeah,
remember what was on
they're
it.
just they're the person who brought the name tag.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. And then to name tag just there you go, wife. You know, like, okay.
You need
I
to know who
guess
they are too.
yeah, this is my wife. Okay, thank you. He's like, look, I've got my cars, I've got my wife. There's this story that I have. It's not it's not even car related, but it just reminds me of this for some reason. I was playing COD, we won, okay, and then somebody on my team called the enemy team losers, and one guy on the enemy team said, "I'm not a loser. I got 2 kids, 2 cars, a house, and a hot Brazilian wife." And I was just like, in my head, like, this is the kind of person who puts a name tag on their hot Brazilian wife. You know what I mean? That doesn't exist, but whatever. That's besides the point. So, you know, just the kind of person who needs you to know that they've won. I hope
Yeah.
that the name tag said, like, if his name was like Kevin, it was like Kevin's wife. It didn't actually say her name.
No, it was just straight up like it had their logo on it, like the Corvette Club of Ontario logo, and the
Corvette
person's
Club.
name. Doesn't matter if you were a vehicle owner or vehicle owner's wife or whatever. It's
So they
just
can get
pinned
into the
name.
Corvette Club.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
honorary members by
that's a
association.
genuinely terrible website and logo. Cool. Events.
Got to go to one of the Corvette Club event meets
Social
and see
events.
only the Corvette people.
We really got to go. I think we really got to go. Yeah, their events. Oh, wait, this is 2025. Oh, they're past events. What are the next events? I need to see that good shit.
Their next one is end of the year celebration gala.
I see that. They have a gala? You have a gala? No shot. It's at a banquet hall. Nick, it's at a banquet hall.
I know. I see that. That's crazy.
I'm fucking losing my mind. No way. Dress code, business attire recommended. This is a CCO sanctioned event. Are we fucking with some sort? Oh my god, they have a fucking. Do they have like a membership fee?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Here we go. Regular car shows.
yes.
What do they got?
When can I get my name tag?
DCO car show family. I don't want to go to Family Fun Fest. There's kids.
Yeah, no, that sucks. Other car shows we recognize.
Seniors residence visits Hamilton.
That tracks. Nick.
But it's in Milton.
Sunday, August 3rd, 2025. Kitty's Ice Cream Garage. That's in Hamilton.
Ooh, Kitty's is that's. Do you remember when we used to go to Cambridge, Cars and Coffee?
Yeah.
It's like on the way to that.
Oh, we have to go now. We have to go. We have to crash
in,
a Corvette Club meet.
Oh my god, I think it's like Rockton, Ontario. It's literally like a little tiny.
Oh, I know where that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta go. They have monthly meets as well. Wednesday, August 6th, 2025. Dude, we gotta fuck with the Corvette Club. But they bring their name. You bring your name tag to school? Like that's what it sounds like. That's what it comes off as. Oh, this is so strange. We need to start our own car club.
All the monthly meetings you have to register for. You can't. They don't just advertise the.
Oh,
location.
they don't advertise the location?
No, the Kitty's ice cream one we might be able to go to. When was that?
Yeah.
August 3rd.
Yeah, but that's not like a real meet. That's like a meet they recognize. What does that mean? They
Uh,
recognize? Are they a like a city state or some description? What do you mean you recognize? It's
I
the
guess
Republic of the CCO.
they feel like the meat is legit enough to put their seal of approval on it.
Oh, thank God they're approving it. This is insane. This is I love how crazy this is. This is wild. Like,
Yeah, I mean, if we were gonna go to one, Kitty's Ice Cream Garage, either Chevy
okay.
Day or Corvette Summer.
Chevy Day or wait, Kitty's Ice Cream Garage.
Those are towards the bottom. They're August 17th, August 24th.
Right. August 17th. Chevy Day or Corvette Summer. We can't park our cars at Kitty's if they're having Corvette Summer. Corvette Summer sounds like when a country's about to drop a nuke and they have like a secret code name. Like
Corvette Summer.
This is Red August.
Yeah, that was the third bomb that didn't get dropped on Japan. It's called Corvette Summer.
Corvette Summer. It's Fat Man, Little Boy, and Corvette Summer. they kept it decommissioned under Detroit Kentucky, where they produce Corvettes.
Yeah, if you go to the very, very, very bottom floor of the Corvette Museum, that's where it is.
Yeah. It's Corvette Summer. Oh my God! All right, we are absolutely crashing one of these meets and just recording people in secret like jackasses. We're not gonna be mean, but like if they say insane shit, that's not on us. Oh my God. Yeah, okay, I mean, this is
Kitty's Ice Cream Garage does look pretty like a decent. I'd go there and get ice cream and look at Corvettes.
Yeah, sure.
Corvette people.
I would love to do that. I think we should do that. I'm gonna do that. We'll get the GoPro. We'll capture things. We're Corvette and aspiring Corvette owners, the two of us. You know.
Yes.
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 I would love to ask, like, just start a fight. Just ask the C5 owners, like, why is the C5 so much better than the C6? And then ask the C6 owners, why is the C6 like so much better than the C5? And why are those guys losers? Like, just start infighting.
Like, cool. My Mustang's faster than that.
My Mustang's faster. My 2-liter turbo Mustang is faster than that.
My EcoBoost is faster than that.
I would honestly, that's the one of the a long time ago, for reference, I mused on the idea of buying an EcoBoost Mustang and like building it to look like a GT500 to screw with Mustang owners. But I think the real play is leaving it stock, like externally, but building something that like rips, like crazy, like everything. Just like, can we make 600 horsepower out of a 2-liter turbo type thing? That would be hilarious. And then bring it to Corvette meets and be like, my 2-liter turbo is faster than your V8. And maybe it'll be true.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a lot of money for a bit.
Real mad about it.
Yeah, they'll be really pissed. That's a lot of money for a bit, though.
Oh, wow. That's a picture from one of the Corvette Club of Ontario banquets. That is exactly
Dude, send me this, please.
To look like.
I don't want to dwell on this too long. Sometimes we get so involved in this, I forget that we're recording. This
will be the final Corvette Club item, because I don't want to be on this website anymore.
I don't want to be on this website anymore either. But it's, if you don't be mean to them. This is not a call to be rude. Not that anybody actually listens. But there is, if you are listening and there are other clubs that do this. There are other people that do this. This is weird. Oh, yeah. This is a little intense. Oh my God, they're all wearing suits.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. They look like Corvette owners.
It's like that is what I'd expect from a Corvette meet.
I'm not going to link that because that's real people's faces, but if you're so interested, you can go find it. But
it's literally on their website on the front page.
Yeah.
So if you go there and you stare at the images long enough, you'll see it.
I do have one side story about not Corvette owners, but very similar thing you just reminded me of. I mentioned it in the chat, but I was driving up to the dump off Oakville, off Brawny Road in Oakville. And as I passed, I'm going to get hunted by Hell's Angels. As I passed Dundas, so I'm just entering kind of like not really a town anymore, you know?
Like Dundas Street? Or like
yes,
Highway
Dundas
5?
Street. So okay. No. So like north on Brawny, just as you're passing Dundas, it kind of it's the space between Milton and Oakville, right?
Yeah, it's like the liminal roads.
Yeah, it's like the far, like it's up where like Lower Baseline is and stuff. Great fun driving there. But as I drove past, I saw a bunch of very ratchet looking pylons that were blocking off one lane of road. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I look slightly down, and there are Harleys parked. I assume they're Harleys. I only assume that because I don't think that any other, like if you rode an Indian, for example, you wouldn't do this kind of thing. They'd blocked off one lane of the road, and they'd parked in that lane, like for half a kilometer, basically, or like what, like a long way. And there were gentlemen who looked like bikers. They looked ragged and like they would, I don't know, abduct your mom or something. And there was a guy walking towards sort of where the pylon started, holding a stop sign. And I was like, there's no way on God's green earth that this is a sanctioned thing.
They are
right?
They're directing traffic.
I don't know what the fuck that was about. And on the very end of the road, right? Or the very end of the, row of bikes, there's probably like 30 bikes, right? The very end of it, and it's, they had a tent like off onto the fucking side that said like fallen riders or something. And at the very end of it, there was a Mustang. So one guy who used to ride, I guess, who was like, I hurt my knee, and now he drives a Mustang.
You know what? I'll give him props for it. He got a Mustang instead of one of those stupid trikes.
Yeah, no, there were stupid trikes parked up. Let me be clear.
Slingshot.
Yeah, no, I agree. But there were stupid trikes parked up, and I did see them riding later. But as I passed it, I'm like, there's zero shot that these people creating traffic have like a police permit, whatever the fuck, to shut down a road. Right, so it's roads closed, pizza boy. So I'm like, there's no way. So I immediately narked and called the police. There is no question about it. I was like, fuck them. No, actually, I'll take that back. I went to the dump, and as I came back, the traffic was backed up so far because of what they'd done. Now I'm going the opposite way, thankfully, that I was like, yeah, fuck that. I thought it was like for a minute where they're like, oh, we're just setting up to get moving or something. That was like
they brought
40
somebody
minutes.
with a fucking lollipop stop sign.
Yeah. So at that point, I was like, no.
Like that. They must have been planning that for a while. Like, could you imagine being calling up like your friend and being like, hey, don't forget to bring your stop sign?
No, I couldn't have. I would never. Those words will never leave
because
my mouth.
Somebody literally had that conversation at some point before that meet. Or even worse, that person just chimed in out of nowhere and said, I'll bring my stop sign, guys.
They know him as stop sign guy. They don't use names. It's all like, Ace and stuff like that. And that guy's stop sign.
His nickname is Lollipop.
His nickname's Lollipop.
His biker name. He has it on the back of his vest.
His big thing is directing traffic. This one does heroin. He moves heroin. This guy is in sex trade, and this guy directs traffic.
This is Lollipop.
This is Lollipop. Oh, this is red light, green light right here. But yeah, so as I passed by it on the way back, I'm like, there's no way. So I immediately called the police. I'm like, fuck that. So I called and I'm like, excuse me, I'm just calling. I'm a concerned citizen, and I didn't call 911. And this is just so to be clear, I called a non-emergency line. Yeah. But I'm like, hey, I don't know if there's like I don't know if they have a permit for this, but there's like bikers and they've like shut down a lane with like raggedy like pylons, like, and a guy with a stop sign, and I'm like, on here, and then she's like, oh, bikers, like bicyclists, and I was like, no, not bicyclists. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, no, bikers, like Harley riders. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And she's like, well, there's nothing in our notes of anything happening in that area. I'm like, well, you should get over there because traffic is backed right the hell up. And I just forgot about it. I'm like, well, and she's like, can I get your name and information in case? I'm like, oh, great. Like, I'm going to be standing on the stand being like, yeah, it was that guy. But
yeah,
that's Lollipop right there.
Yeah, you're going to have to go point out Lollipop in a line.
But when I came back, I happened to come back over that way later in the day, and they'd been forced off the road and onto like into the ditch, basically. So I'm like, yeah, they didn't have a fucking permit. What was Lollipop doing? Who was he trying to stop? So basically, fuck them. That's it. That's the whole story. I don't know, man. I don't do presumptuous shit like that. What the
fuck are you doing on Bronte Path? Like, there's nothing even there.
No, there's nothing there.
It's just like a country road with some houses on the right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a busy road, don't get me wrong, but there's
No,
nothing there.
yeah, it's a busy road.
I don't want people to think that I narked on a road where I was the only driver. Like, there was traffic, like, backed the fuck up because of this.
Oh no, because that's the main road, like you said, between Milton and Oakville.
Yeah, that's the way you go. Like, so, yeah, I don't know. It was fucking weird. We're yeah, I don't know. It was very strange, and I don't think that I don't think I did the wrong thing. Don't block roads. That's it. I mean, it's like basically like 2 steps away from like a takeover, if you think about it. So
Yeah, the funniest part is the Halton Police Service building is literally like,
yeah, I know.
I don't know, 3 minutes down the road from
Yeah,
there.
if that,
on
it's
Bronte.
like 2 kilometers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't, she's like, oh, we got someone in the area. I'm like, all right, have fun. Like, I don't know. It's, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to move it on. This is a bad transition, but I'm going to move it on because there was something else we wanted to talk about before we close this one out. We have a couple of, and this is a format that I kind of had thought about taking seriously and not making a joke of in the future. If we were ever to do a show called, well, we'd call it like drinking and driving, where we'd have beverages and talk about what it's like to be a car guy, but seriously and not just as a bit. But going on Reddit and finding people's stories and about living with people like us, basically, and what that's like, and commenting from the side of the guy who's like, no, that's reasonable. Whereas, you know, normal people would be like, he's crazy. You know? But I want to get your honest reaction, Nick, to these stories. I'll read them. I'll abbreviate a little bit because they're a bit long, but this comes from our relationships. So this lady is a 24-year-old female, and her boyfriend, 26 male, talks about cars all day, and it makes it hard to connect with him. She says, hello, thanks for the advice. Thanks for in advance for the advice. To keep it short, I've been dating my boyfriend for almost 5 months. Things have overall been going well. I enjoy getting to know him as a person. However, he is a car enthusiast. It is, by far, the most devoted hobby that he is into. He is very intelligent. He has an extreme in-depth knowledge about cars. However, in the beginning, while I found it interesting to learn about car topics, now I don't know if it's getting to a point where it's overbearing. For reference, he just left a relationship of 7 years, and we started dating a few months after that, after she broke up with him. She mentions this because it correlates to her endpoint. In the beginning, she thought it was cool that he would quiz me on how many cylinders a car has, if a car is front, rear-wheel drive, show me videos of car sounds. This is where I started to laugh because it reminded me of you, Nick.
Oh, boy.
It is now to the point where if I spend a day with him, I can guarantee 70% of the conversation will be about cars. For example, when we drive, he'll point out different cars to me, and then he'll ask me to pull up videos where we can hear the different sounds they make. That is next level autism.
That's a little like that's a little too much. I mean, I think I watch car videos a lot. I think we all
Sure.
do. Asking someone to pull them up while you're driving, so
when
that
you
can
see
hear
them,
the sounds,
yeah,
that's a little much.
So she goes on to say that she tries to bring up other topics, like questions like what's your favorite movie, or questions where they can be in-depth and vulnerable, like asking, do your parents have a relationship that you would emulate, and what is your definition of a successful relationship? Lady, you're asking the wrong fucking questions.
That's a really weird and specific fucking question.
Yeah, that's
if somebody asked me that specifically, like in those words and those mannerisms, my mind would immediately think they have some sort of ulterior motive.
I would immediately assume that they were an FBI plant.
Yeah,
like
that's a red flag question.
Yeah. He answers just very regularly. He usually diverts the attention to a car with a nice engine sound or brings up another car he sees on the road and does not ask the question back. It's getting to the point where in the beginning it was fine, but basically she's getting sick of it. And then she went on to say, I ask him in-depth questions about cars as well, like his dream cars or what's the biggest flaw with X car. But I guess he doesn't reciprocate. The reason I bring up his ex was a car person. And I don't know if he's trying to mold me into a version of myself he wants me to be versus my present self. Now, I want to say this. No, he's not. He's just autistic. Like he's not trying to mold anything.
Literally just all it's his special interest.
Yeah.
Speaking from experience.
Someone
it does sound like it's a little much and a little overbearing, but yeah, he's not trying to change anything or anyone. It's just his special interest.
Yeah, no, I don't think you understand. Like, if you're hearing this and this sounds to you like he's trying to change, he's not. He's literally just oozing special interest. That's all he's doing.
Yeah.
The best part is all the comments are like, "Are you sure
Stimming,
he's not
that's the word
autistic?"
for it.
Sorry, stimming. Oh yeah, he's
Stimming,
stimming. Yeah.
that's what he's doing.
Someone said you're dating Rain Man, and then someone pretty much like 5 people are like, "I think he's just autistic, man." Like,
Yeah.
and
I've
that's
definitely interrupted or stopped more than one train of thought because I heard a car drive by and I had to guess what it was.
100%. Yeah. We've had conversations. I've been talking to you.
Yes,
And
we've
and
done
you
that. Yeah.
and we're not I like not I'm
Be
not
like,
as bad as you,
heard
but
that."
we've both stopped and we both been like, "Huh?"
Yeah. Just, aw.
Yeah. So, I don't think there's anything. There's if you want to add, like, not advice, just you're gonna have to just deal with it. If this is not something you can deal with, he's gonna get worse. Like, that's him trying.
Yeah, it doesn't. It sounds like there's a fundamental incompatibility there. Like it's just not gonna work.
Yeah. Hey, better to find out 3, 4, 5 months in.
Yeah, like better to figure it out early.
Yeah. This one, okay, so this next one is a little older. So this is actually it's a pre-COVID story. But I think that we are going to have a different reaction to this one probably. So this one is my 28-year-old, this person is 28-year-old female boyfriend, 39 male, little old, but okay, is going to buy another expensive car, and it deeply bothers me. It's the name of this one. Okay, she goes on to say, I'm gonna read this one very specifically because I don't want to feel like I'm framing this incorrectly. So word for word, we have been together for 5 years. I will say first and foremost, I know I can't tell him what to do with his money. I can give him my opinions, but that's it. However, this issue is deeply unsettling me. Okay, I'm having trouble figuring out what to do with these feelings. Critical details. My boyfriend's salary is about $140,000 a year when you factor in bonuses. So he is clearly well off. I make half of what he does. His expenses are fairly low. He has no debt. We have been talking about getting married, having kids, buying a house, and all of that takes money. A little over 2 years ago, he purchased a new car. She doesn't specify what the car is. I know I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. For $55,000. New car, $55,000. Given his salary and his enjoyment level from the nice car, I thought this was fine, and I voiced no negative opinions on the car. For context, I tend to be more conservative. I only buy used cars, and I use them until they're well and truly done. This year, he started pining for more horsepower and bought an additional $140,000 car. What do you think that car is? $140,000. Just random guess.
140 grand.
This is now a 6-year-old post, so it would be like a pre-COVID 140 grand car.
Pre-COVID, 140 grand.
I think it's a brand new car as well because she goes on to say he lost money.
And he wanted more horsepower.
I was thinking a CTSV.
And I don't think those reached 140 grand.
No, even the black one.
I think those were like. Well, I mean, let's look it up.
Let's look it up. This is what we're talking about with the other story, by the way. This has completely distracted us.
Yeah, no, their MSRP was 86, top of the line.
That's the Blackwing?
Honestly, I'd say CT5. I don't think they had the Blackwing in 2019. Or did they? Yeah, no CT5V Blackwing in 20. So the CTSV was peak Cadillac.
Okay,
at that
fair
time.
enough.
And it was in
All
so I don't think it was that. I don't think it was an M3 or an M4. I don't really think you could option them that high.
Right.
Honestly, the only thing that comes to mind is some trim of 911, like a Carrera 4S or something.
That's my thought as well. I'll continue the story because there are some details that might point to what it was. So he says, this woman says, I was dead set against this purchase. It was excessive, flashy, and an egregious waste of money to me. A couple months later, he sold the car, deciding he wasn't quite rich enough for 2 cars. He lost at least $10,000 throughout this fiasco, or at least that's as much as he will admit to me. Now he wants to trade his $55,000 car for another $75,000 car. His $55,000 car is worth about $30,000 as a trade-in. Okay, this person has a fundamental misunderstanding of it's not a $55,000 car. I'm assuming she's just using that in lieu of saying what it is, but whatever. I
Yeah,
am,
she's using the MSRP.
yeah, which is a dumb way to quantify like a thing that it, because it's a new car, it's just going to depreciate. It's not a 911, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
She says, I am just absolutely against this. For one, he was iffy on the car. He went to go buy it, got cold feet, and didn't. Now he wants to buy it again. I've expressed my concern over these impulses, and he told me, if you think I'm impulsive, you don't know me at all. I can afford this and buy a house. Second, where is this going to stop? Is this always going to happen every few years? Every few years, I'm not going to call her a bad word, but this woman is quite lucky that it's every few years.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have heard of people who
It's
go through
not
three
just
cars a year.
shows up weekly with something off of Marketplace.
Yeah, with another
This
piece of
is the
shit.
next project.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking rusty old Camaro.
But so she's worried. Oh, where is it? If you think, secondly, where's this going to stop? Is this going to happen every few years? Am I going to be the one saving and he's going to be the one spending money on toys? He has also called me uncaring and unsupportive, says I'm far too conservative, and tells me I don't understand his finances. Technically, yes, he can afford the car. I could definitely afford to buy a more expensive car too, but should we? I'm not asking him to drive a beater, but his $55K car is a beautiful luxury car. I feel like my opinions don't matter to him, and this whole thing is causing me to reevaluate our relationship, and I don't know if I'm overreacting. Am I? TLDR, my boyfriend is going to... Whatever, that doesn't matter. A lot of people are commenting on... Well, one person spoke sense, which is, did you buy it in cash or finance the vehicles? Because that changes a lot.
Yeah.
And then this person says... someone said, why aren't you engaged after 5 years? Which is like a weird... Doesn't even answer the question.
Some people are just weird about like life script stuff like that.
Yeah, I hate life script stuff. And then someone says the same bullshit. Cars are money pits. So are kids. So are travel. So is travel. And then, you know, someone said you're a fucking gem, aren't you? Anyway, so my takeaway, my very basic takeaway from this is, yeah, he's right. It's his money. He makes a lot of it. I think him walking away from I have a thing that basically you have to learn your own lessons. That like
Yeah.
you can advise people, but at the end of the day, if they're dead set on making a mistake, let them, because they'll never make the mistake again. And I think in what he did there with buying whatever it was, 140K car that he lost 10K of value on immediately, like he's learned what is right and what is wrong in that situation. So for me, looking at this, trading your car, 55K car that's now a 30K car, so it's probably like a fucking, I don't know. I'm gonna assume it's like an AM.
I feel like it's
AMG
probably
42.
like a mid-level. It's either like a 40i 3 or 5 series, or I feel like it's some sort of maybe a Lexus.
So I guess if this story is from 2019, that 55K car would have been purchased probably like 2016. So I'm thinking it might be CS C43.
It could be, yeah, a lower level Benz.
Some sort of mid-level, like it's an, yeah, like it's an M340i or like,
yeah, nothing wrong with them. Like, yeah,
no,
nice car, but that's where my mind goes to when I think of that price
yeah,
and how much money it was worth after, because those cars used to tank in value pre-COVID.
yeah. I mean that's
I'm just trying to do the math on it, because like, all right, it was 55 and now it's 30, so he's lost 25 plus
right.
10, so he's 35 in the hole. They're gonna give him 30 for the car on a $75,000 car.
Yeah.
So all in all, and again, like the one guy's right, it matters if he's paying cash or financing. But technically it's 100 grand in the hole.
Technically.
As soon as you purchase the car. But at the same time, like, I don't know if it's, I don't know. I have like two thoughts on it, I guess. One is that, like, if you can afford it and you can still afford to pay all your bills and save money and, do investing and retirement saving and all that, then like by all means go for it. You clearly know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Number two though is like, because in the post
Right.
they mentioned they'd been together for a long time or whatever, but it has to be like a two-party agreement in that case. Even if it's
really
just his. They everybody sort of has to agree that okay, it's fine to do this.
Yeah. I I mean, like, I taking this very seriously, which is very. I think that there is. We have to assume that this story is happening in the places that we understand. Like, might be an American, but like we just have to assume it's in our
Yeah,
market and whatever, just so that we can put context to these based on what we know.
yeah,
I feel like if he's making 140K a year, like from a financial perspective, if he's making 140K a year, there's no way that 55K car is not paid off in my mind. And I
yeah. Like that's
feel
fair.
there's no way that they would roll over, like, they could only roll over so much if they were going to do that, but whatever. To my mind, it's paid off. So I think this person is doing what a lot of people do, which is falsely quantify like what a vehicle is worth and feel like they're watching someone be ripped off. Like, it's a basic misunderstanding of how this market works. He's already used that, like, the best part of the vehicle, so the market would dictate that first year, 2, 3, whatever it is, right? Of the freshness, the
Yeah,
freshest part of the vehicle. So like that's the initial dip. So like I'm not. This is not to be rude. It's not for nothing, but this, I just have to assume, because we deal with it all the time, this person has a misunderstanding of how all of this works. But beyond that, on the relationship end, being straightforward, I generally agree with you that there is a two-party agreement when you hit a certain point in a relationship. I
yeah,
also feel like if they had set a goal, and this is more I don't know what the specific arrangement is, but just the general goal, like if they had set a goal like we want to purchase a home, like I don't I've never believed in shutting down everything that you enjoy to make a goal happen, because the journey to it is going to be fucking terrible for you, right? No,
yeah.
I
Well,
won't.
like even at the end of it, like you get there and all you have left is that sort of one thing that the goal was, right? Which
Yeah,
basically in this case, if it's a house, it's house poor. Like, what's the point of owning a house if that's all you have
100%.
and you can't
But
afford to do anything else? Then technically, you can't really afford to own the house.
but to my mind with this as well is that if you were to set that goal, the correct way to do it, from my thinking, if he's making 140K a year, which means he probably clears what, like 7, 8, 9 grand a month, something like there should be an allocation. She even dictates like the expenses are extremely low.
Yeah,
The only thing he spends money on is his car. That is,
but yes,
she's
there should
yeah.
be some sort of budget around it.
Yeah. To
You
my
know,
mind,
like
if you can afford that 55, you can afford the 75.
yeah, like it's not a huge jump. Um, I mean, most people will say, half salary on a car is probably not a great idea, but most people don't think the way that we do when it comes to cars.
The thing,
I don't know. Like I said, like if you've got your money situation figured out, then by all means. If you don't have your money situation figured out, then you're going to learn a lesson.
a lot of people, and to touch on that, a lot of people would say, yeah, like half your salary on a car, like a MSRP, like is a bad idea. I think we know what cars cost. Like there is a value to having a sort of new vehicle that like is not going to have problems or whatever. We also understand that you're going to, even if you don't buy, say you're not a car person at all, right? Say you're a foodie or like you have other hobbies, those do cost some semblance of money. They're not going to be like cars, don't get me wrong, but like you can take all that
Yeah.
hobby money and you put it into your car. Like it sort of brings the number closer to what's reasonable, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't necessarily like people like shutting, I don't like that shutting down of like, if I, like, for me, right, say I need a car, right? The best car that you can buy is like a beater that you pay cash for, right? But a lot of people don't want to deal with it, and frankly I've gotten to the point where I don't want to deal with constantly running back and forth to a shop because things go wrong. I don't
Yeah.
want to do that. So you go, okay, what's the cheapest new car to finance or like lease? And it's going to end up being about $400 a month, probably something around there. Let's be realistic. Unless you get a Mirage, or not Mirage. No, it is a Mirage, right?
No, you're thinking of the Mirage.
Yeah, okay. Which is still going to be like 3 something. So like,
Yeah, it'll be. I think last time I checked, because I was looking into it, because like I honestly think if you're broke and you need like something cheap and reliable to get to work, there's a lot of value in just a base model Mirage with its 100,000 kilometer warranty.
I think it's 160, right?
Yeah, because like you can get it for, I think at the time it was mid threes. It's probably high threes now, but like not a horrible payment, and you have something that's new and reliable.
I'm very curious to build and price one right now. I'm gonna do it very quickly. Just the most basic. Oh, they don't. Do they not have a builder for it anymore?
Oh, did they
Might
get
be
rid of the
gone.
Mirage?
They killed the Mirage.
That's
They killed our boy.
that's so depressing.
That is, it's still here. It's still on their site. There's just no build. Maybe there's just no build and price for it. Huh. Either way, the point, yeah, honestly, at that point, like, yeah, you could just get a car that like is nothing to you. But like people, like whether you like it or not, like if you believe that you don't like cars, like a lot of people are interested in cars. I think a lot more people are interested in cars than they realize. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you do care about enjoy. Like if you have to, it's kind of like saying, well, why would you go and eat a nice meal when you could just eat like a chicken sandwich every day, you know, make it in bulk, save money. Like, but well, why don't I just not enjoy my life and kill myself? Like, what's
Yeah,
the
exactly.
point,
Like why eat a nice meal when you can have like Swiss Chalet or Arby's?
motherfucker? Why eat why eat a nice meal when you can drink Soylent? Like,
Yeah,
no, but
but no, like, yeah, I get it.
it's. I would rather. I don't know. I would rather fucking spend money and like enjoy the ride there, even if it takes me longer to get where I'm going. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's
Yeah,
so.
like if I don't know if it's something you're gonna be. I buy into like the spend money on the things you use the most. Like, you know, if you walk a lot, it's worth it to buy a nice pair of shoes
Yeah,
or like a nice mattress or a nice. I spent a lot of money on my computer chair. It's a nice office chair. If you're
yeah,
spending a lot of time in the car commuting, makes sense to buy something that's nice and that you like.
yeah. You want to be, if you spend like me, like when I go into my office, thank God I don't have to do it every day, but like it's an hour and 15-minute drive, like one way. If I
Yep.
spend an hour and 15 minutes in a Mitsubishi Mirage, I would drive off of the Skyway. Like it would be over, man. I couldn't do it. Like I don't know. I obviously temper yourself, don't go crazy, but like I think if anybody comes to you and just says like, "Oh, just buy the cheapest possible thing." No, don't do that. Like just buy what makes you happy that you can afford and still put money away and like do the proper moves for your future. As long as you can do all that stuff and you can afford it, that's fine. If that's where you choose to spend your hobby money, that's fine. As long as it's actually within budget. And remember to always factor in maintenance, which is something I don't think this guy's probably going to factor in, but he can afford it seemingly. So, you know, I
I
don't know.
feel like there's definitely some important financial information missing from that one to fully
I
form an opinion on it.
yeah. I mean, she specifies that like he literally doesn't like his expenses are low. He has no debt. Like, kind of sounds like this is his thing. So,
Yeah, like if there's no debt and things are going fine, then I like personally I don't see a problem with it.
uh, I clicked on this one. I don't even think it's very car related. But it just seems like dumb, and I would love to get your opinion. My husband is mad because I don't want to contribute more money to his car. When I clicked it, I thought it was a project car. I was about to fucking lose my mind. But she said, my husband is upset that I'm not contributing more towards his new XT Premier Forester. Good car. I put down $4,500 as a down payment and agreed to pay the premiums out of our joint account. He wants me to contribute the same dollar amount that he does. Wait, what? That would be fair, except I pay our property taxes and insurance out of pocket. He doesn't pay for any of it and hasn't offered. It's about $8,000 a year in fees he doesn't contribute to. Then he doesn't even pay the insurance on the car, and somehow it didn't have insurance info when we came to pick it up, so I put it on mine. We're newly married and haven't consolidated our accounts. All of the combined and my husband making more money than me, how does he get to make me feel guilty about paying less to his car, but still paying in breast? So she is paying something. When it's his car and my monthly expenses exceed that of a car payment, property taxes and insurance. What the fucking shit? Would
That
you
just sounds like a
ever?
disaster scenario all around.
No, that's terrible. Wait, hold the fuck up. He makes more money than you, and you're putting money towards his Forester XT. That's strange, bro.
That's not even like a really high end. It's a Forester.
Yeah.
I was
And
expecting you to say like something, I don't know, BMW or Mercedes or
no,
hell, even
I
high-end
know.
Volkswagen. But Forester, come on. No, that's stupid. That whole scenario is stupid.
Uh, no, I don't. Yeah, that.
Car buyer.
Huh?
Said that's your average car buyer.
Yeah, I don't really understand why you would put any like if it were like I'm assuming your girlfriend didn't pay for your Supra. I know it's a crazy assumption, but
Nope, not a dime.
huh, weird.
Yeah, I
My
wouldn't be
girlfriend,
mad if it happened, but
right, great, but no.
yeah,
Hmm.
I'm
I
assuming yours didn't put anything towards
no,
the
it's a
Golf.
fair assumption. Yeah, no, weirdly, no.
Oh, wow, crazy.
Huh. I herm.
Maybe we're just doing things wrong.
I think maybe we're doing the right. If somebody could convince their wife that makes less money than them to put $4,500 towards their car and pay their insurance, what are we doing wrong? Oh, this sounds crazy. Like this is I can't even begin to.
No,
If
that one's a little bit deranged.
yeah, ladies,
Of a
if you're
scenario.
listening, don't put money into your boyfriend or husband's car. That's coming from
Yeah,
us. Don't do that.
yeah. The only time that's acceptable is if you're making like fuck you money. Then by all means, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean yeah. Like
Yeah,
that's pretty nuts. I don't
yeah,
care for that. I would probably if I were that woman, I would leave his ass immediately.
yep.
All right,
Nope,
that's a
I agree
depressing
with that.
note. I
Yeah.
think
Actually, we don't need to end it on that. There's one thing because I was looking for it while we were going through
yes.
all of that. Comes back to the Mustang. So you remember how I said I didn't like the GTD because it looks ricey and boy racerish, even though it's really um performative. Like
Yeah,
it performs the way it looks.
100%.
The one race car Mustang that I would have, which is boy racerish looking, and uh, for all intents and purposes was really fast. Probably not as fast against a modern car, but the Mustang Celine SR from like
Oh yeah.
2000 and 2000 or 2000. I remember
That's
it
the
was in Gran
Terminator
Turismo.
Mustang, right?
No, the
It's not the
Celine
Terminator
SR was a
body?
Mustang that Celine designed to go GT racing.
Oh yes, you're right. Okay.
They made road going versions of it, and I love them.
Oh yeah, I see. Is oh wow, they changed like the whole man, that does look really good actually. That honestly looks so boy racer. It looks like the front and the back are from two different cars because the front is a completely new design.
The front kind of looks like a Mercury Cougar, and the back looks like a Mustang.
I was gonna say yeah, it looks it does look like a Mercury Cougar. Um, yeah, that's cool. I've seen Terminator Mustangs with the Celine bumper on them, like with the big like Celine letters.
Are they real Terminator Mustangs?
I
Because
guess not.
Celine also made the Celine. I think it was the S. Is it the S281? Yeah, the Celine S281, which was like their version of a Terminator Mustang, I guess.
Oh yeah, I see it. Isn't a term okay? So, Claire, a Terminator Mustang is that not the like 2000 like the 2002 generation Mustang?
Yeah, so the Terminator Mustang is from the New Edge generation, which is like the early 2000s.
Right.
And I don't actually think it was called the Terminator. I think the Terminator was like its internal name at Ford. You didn't
Ah,
actually
okay.
walk into the dealership and order a Terminator.
No,
It
no,
was
yeah,
just
yeah.
the Mustang Cobra.
Right.
But yeah, it was that early 2000s generation. And then Celine has always modified Mustangs, so they took
Mm-hmm.
what was a GT as a base, and then they made the Celine S281.
which is a supercharged Mustang on steroids, according to Car and Driver.
Yeah,
So
that about sums up what the Celine S281 was.
what kind of power did it make? 60 miles an hour in 4.9
S281
seconds.
SC 350.
Wow.
Up until fifth generation. Yeah, so the fifth generation, when they brought back the retro styling, it made 465, but when they were doing the new edge style, it made 350. So very similar to what
Right.
the Terminator Cobra was making at the time.
That's it's amazing when you look at the 0 to 60 times. Like, this is not me like jerking off the Gulf. It's just like how far we've come. Like, this is a car that was produced by Ford, taken from a dealer, or however they've taken off the line,
Yeah,
fucking whatever.
like I will be honest, the the mid 90s to like the mid 2000s, really not a good time for Mustangs and Camaros.
No, really not. I mean,
Really not, because they were still figuring out how to make power with emissions stuff, which like it's kind of the Camaro I'll give it, because by the time the early 2000s came around, they were putting the LS1 in it. They'd kind of figured it out. But the Mustang,
no,
I honestly, up until they brought out the 2013 with the Coyote V8, everything before that, at least everything that was factory Ford and not like a Roush or a Celine.
Yeah.
No,
Trash.
because like the whole thing in the early 2000s, when like Subaru, when they brought out the STI, it was like destroying Mustangs.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really bad time for American muscle, I think, overall. Like, again, minus the Camaro, like, you got a point, but like minus the Corvette Club of
It was
Ontario, I
just
guess.
like it was a weird time, because like the Mustang, I don't know, it was just kind of milk toast.
Yeah.
But Ford had the GT, so they obviously knew how to make the power. The Camaro for the longest time had the LT engines, which again, kind of milk toast, and then they put the LSs in them, and those were decent. But the whole time they had the Corvette, and those were all right. And Dodge didn't really have anything until they brought back the Charger and the Challenger, other than the Viper, which I love every generation of Viper.
They're so wild. I love them.
I know.
So fucking cool. I don't know. It's a weird time. It was a weird time. Like, honestly, like it amazed it. Like, we've talked about it. Like, when they jumped to the 2013 generation, with the Coyote, they also had that, like, whatever the V6 was, they made more or the same power as the V8 of 1 year prior.
Yeah, I forget what they called that V6. I know the old V6 was like the Cologne or something, but
I think it was like a 3.7 liter V6, right?
yeah, I don't remember like the actual moniker they gave the engine.
Curious.
But
Cyclone engine.
Yes, the Cyclone V6. There we go.
Yeah, it was 3.7.
Figured out what it was.
Yeah. I like, honestly, at the time, I still want one. I still want that generation Mustang in green, in that crazy green they put out there. Whoa, that's a good look. I think that's like the first time the Mustang was decent, like, in a long time, like since like the early days. So
yeah,
they've been doing all right for themselves now. I mean, the GTD, fuck me.
Everything since the 2013 one, I've more or less liked.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily buy them, but I mean, like, it's completely.
I don't like them because of the owners.
I don't either. We've never really touched on Mustang owners, have we?
No, not too much. We can maybe save it for the next one. Yeah, we
can save it. It's just, it's a very specific group.
It's very much the few ruin it for the many.
It's the kinds of guys who drink muscle milk, I think.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
They've got a protein shaker in the back.
Oh, they always have they have shotgun. There's this episode of the old episode of Mighty Car Mods where they do the Ricer Civic, and in the back of the Civic there's all these packets of something called shotgun, like creatine or something. And I
Oh
just
yeah.
imagine that's what the trunk of every like Mustang looks like. I would
Yeah,
assume.
yeah. Well, they give you a basket of it when you take delivery.
Mm-hmm. Free from the dealer. I think yeah, that makes complete sense. Uh, but yeah, we'll talk about it next time. But we wanted to keep these relatively short. If you're not following us on social media, you definitely should. Curbrash YT on Instagram, and if you want to listen to us on Spotify, the episodes are available there. You can find it by searching Curbrash. And if you have any ideas of anything you'd like to hear us bitch and moan about, because that is our thing, and you're the one listener and you want to comment on it, you should. Why not? I mean, we'll read it. It's the only comment we'll ever get. So until next time, don't buy a Mustang, and don't become a member of a secret society of Corvette owners. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That'll do it. I think. Yeah, that'll do it.